Hey everybody, we're from Northeast Bass Fishing. How you doing? And I think I'm gonna do a video today, a short one here. Shouldn't take too long, on bait room setups and some of these containers I have here with, as you can see, jig heads and skirts, and that's pretty much what's in here. But as you can see, they're pretty loaded up because you guys know I like to make my own jigs. And when I say that, I don't mean pouring the jig heads, just buying them and you know, putting the skirts on and the rattles and all that kind of stuff. Now, this looks like just some random jigs here. Now, if you guys are old school like me, you remember back in the day when Wacky Worm used to make their own jigs. This is some of the white ones. These were great in all the different colors. And I'm gonna take these out and leave them on top so that this whole thing doesn't topple over when I open the other drawers. And these are just bags of various jigs I have from over the years. I probably didn't make any of these. They're just different jigs that I have acquired. And these are old Wacky Worm jigs, which were, as I said, were great. I wish they still made them the same way. Here's some old Catch 'em Lure shaker jigs that I seem to remember buying these at an outdoor show. Maybe the old show up in PA. But you know, get that view. It's a little further back. It's a little better. But a rattle and jig. I don't know if they still make these Catch 'em Lures. That's a good question. Looks like more wacky jigs here. Some brown and purple, purple and orange, or brown and orange. More wacky jigs, black and blues. Let's see. These look just like some swim jigs. Various company swim jigs right there, just based on those heads. I'm gonna guess they're probably all swim jigs. As you can see, I have a lot of jigs. If you're a jig fisherman, I'm sure you have a lot of jigs too. Looks like more swim jigs. These ones I might have made. Those look like the heads I get from Lure Parts online. So those are probably ones I made. Try to spread them out here. This is actually an old slider. You guys will throw in a slider worm. I don't know if they still have this little jig. It came with those little craw trailers, but that's definitely the slider. Charlie Brewer's Slider Company worm. This is what these are. That black and with the chartreuse, the black and red. I don't know what these colors were, but I can just tell by that trailer. That's that old Slider Company worm. Now for you guys, Jersey guys, the Pro USA jigs. This was that jig that they had with the spinner on it. These are very old school, very old school. Jersey guys would probably have some laying around the house somewhere. This looks like, I can't really tell by those heads. Looks probably like more swim jigs. So I'm gonna assume those are swim jigs there. Some more Pro USA. That Pro Bass jig, that brown and orange, that color there. You know, back in the day when I used to buy these at Mastodon, that color there, that brown and orange, man, on Highland Lakes, jig bite, oh, they were just fantastic. Great jigs, great skirts. Those old Pro USA, I don't know if Pro USA is still available in Jersey. That I do not know. Let's see. Well, it's got a craw on it. Based on that head, I'm not really sure. It might, I don't really know, but just a jig with a craw trailer. Man, there's a lot in here, more than I thought. Now, these are the jigs that I don't put on the boat, so you guys can imagine. Now, based on the color of those skirts, these are probably jigs that I've made over the years. Probably with older jig heads that I don't use as much anymore. That's a lot of jigs in there. These are probably all some of my first jigs I made when I started making, you know, my own combinations with skirts and jig heads. Because I remember the first time I fished a tournament with the jigs that I made for myself. I made a bunch of jigs up and had a tournament on Pompton, and I actually won the tournament. And I was like, all right. How cool is it to go win a tournament on the jigs you just made, you know, a couple days before? But these look like all different jigs and jig heads. Just based on those skirts, those look like ones I made. Same thing, more jigs. I don't know, those skirts don't look like something. I guess maybe. That skirt looks familiar. I may have put that on. Looks like some different swim jigs. Pro model jig. We used to call that the Denny Brower hang-up jig. That pro model jig was a good jig, but man, did that thing hang up. That thing hang up. Bleeding bait, Bitsy bug, jig. Just some different Strike Kings there. Let's see. These ones that come with these crawls on them, I don't remember who made these. It almost looks like a Stanley jig, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really 100% sure on that one. It's more of those Charlie Brewers, slider worms. I have to check their website and see if they still make that jig. It's a pretty good little finesse jig. And here's a bunch that I probably made back in the day. And these are all lead, so they don't really do me any good now in New Hampshire. I don't know who made these. Let's see if we can look at the back here. This is definitely old stuff. Let's see. Cap offer. The C&M cap. C&M Lure Manufacturing. So I don't remember. Whoops. I don't remember C&M jigs, or these are definitely some old jigs and packs. That's probably some of those ones I couldn't identify. Yeah, CM. So I don't know if that company probably doesn't even exist anymore. Let's see, where were they? Mississippi. C&M Lure Manufacturing Incorporated. Hattlesburg, Mississippi. So I'd have to do an online search and see if they even still exist. I do not know, but that's some of their old jigs. I must have got them somewhere. Maybe in an outdoor show, maybe online they were selling them for cheap. Don't know. Those are definitely old. That's definitely old packaging. I must have been throwing them. That head's got all the paint off it. But that's just random jigs. So I don't know how many jigs that is, but it's a lot. It's a lot of jigs. And now these two drawers here, you can see it says skirts on the outside. I wrote on the marker. This is just some of the skirts I use when I'm making a jig. And some of these are probably pretty organized and some are probably a little messy. This looks like some Strike King skirts that I've, picked up over the years. Those are some rubber skirts. But they're in that bag. This will give me a good opportunity to clean this drawer out after I'm done with this video when all this stuff laying out. Looks like some Booyah skirts there. What does that say? Metz silicone skirts and Booyah skirts. All right, so I do have some of these marked. Metz is a company that makes, I don't remember I used to buy those. Maybe when I was going up to like Fat Nancy's or somewhere up in New York State there. I used to get those. Maybe Orvis has those Metz jigs. Maybe even, what does that say? Oh, Kittery Trading Post. There you go. So I got some of these at Kittery. And these, who knows, the Booyahs could have got them anywhere. Let's see what kind are on here. The Living Image skirts are really cool. Got a bunch of those in bags. These ones here, whoops, if I don't drop them all over the place. It's flash skirts, or star flash skirts. I think I probably got these at Bass Pro. Let's see if there's a tag on them and it says. Yeah, I don't know if that's a Bass Pro thing or not. Bluegill. But those were kind of nice. They were a little stiff for me. I didn't think they weren't really move as much as I liked, but they're okay. They're fine. I'll use them someday. Over the winter, I always make a bunch of jigs. Even though I've got a ton, I'll still make some more over the winter. But I'll leave those up there for now. Let's see. Skirts Unlimited makes great skirts. A lot of different colors there. And I think when I usually put these in bags like this, I try to kind of keep the colors somewhat uniform. But they're Skirts Unlimited. Here's just a bag of mixed skirts. I must have been in this one because the bag is open. That's from Netcraft. It has a lot of good components. Bag of Netcraft, just random silicone skirts there. Let's see, there's another one of those Star Flash ones. Peanut butter and jelly, great color, PB&J. They're gonna fall all over the place, I'm sure. Eventually they'll fall. And more Skirts Unlimited. I like those chartreuse tails, almost at the ends of them sometimes. Great in dirty water. There it is. Make your own success. Skirts Unlimited, there's a website. You guys have never seen Skirts Unlimited? Here's an old skirt box I got years ago. I think I just bought the box and just added skirts over the years, but I really could probably use about 15 of these boxes, maybe 20. just to, you know, get some of them out of the bags. But I think they're fine the way they are. But that's a cool little thing. I don't know if they still make those. I have to look that up. And as you guys can see, lots and lots of skirts. There's some pre-tied Netcraft ones. Blue glimmer, some different colors. Let's see, what do we got here? The Stamina, which I don't think Stamina exists anymore. I don't know where I used to get Stamina ink. I think Stamina doesn't, I don't think they're around. I'm trying to remember. More skirts unlimited. Looks like just some black skirts. I don't know who. Random companies. What's it say on there? Oops. Let's see if we can see that. Stamina. A lot of Stamina stuff here. Let's see. Do It. They also make skirts. Living Image, Do It. I think I might have got these at Bass Pro. Not 100% sure. Might have got those at Bass Pro. Let's see. White River silicone skirts. They make nice skirts. These are probably from Kittery or up in New York State somewhere. These glasses down. I don't need them on. Looks like more Waspies. Ramsey Outdoors. You know, as a jig guy, when you're looking for skirts and you're walking through a tackle shop and you see there's more Kittery trading posts, you see skirt color you like. Some combo you may not have, just pick them up. Looks like some Stanley Jigs skirts there. Netcraft. Melon Candy, great color, great color. Green Pumpkin Candy. Love that, love that. One of my favorites. Oh, and here's just a bunch of skirts. Let's see what that says. These are a bunch of Stamina skirts here. Lots of different ones, some pre-tied, some not. You never have enough skirts, just remember that. Finesse skirts. I think I might have got those at Lower Parts Online, but I don't remember. And these are all skirts. I know by those colors that I used to get at Wacky Worm. He'd always had skirts there, Lou, and I would grab some off the, have a bunch there, and I'd grab some of the colors I like, and that one right there is really good, that black with that gold and that orange. That's a good one. All right, let's see. Let me start at the bottom so I don't tip this thing over. Let's see what we got. If these are marked or they're just random. BioSilk. Lower Parts Online, I think, sells these. Oh, what do we got here? Old school rubber skirts. So here's some rubber skirts, which I use occasionally. I'll make a jig with some rubber skirts for the springtime. And that's a 20, but you guys kind of see how they come. That's a Netcraft. And that's the color. They always have numbers for all the colors. The chestnut, brown, metallic color. It's a 20-pack silicone skirt. So that's how they come. And you guys check some of my other videos out on jig making. You'll see how you actually turn that into a jig. Might be time to update that and do a new one. Metallic silicone skirts. Green Pumpkin Blue. And those are all from... A lot of stuff is lower parts online nowadays, unless I get it directly from fishingskirts.com. Real bait skirts material, real bait skirt material. So there you go. Snake skin skirts. So all those different patterns. A lot of the companies have different patterns of skirts you can get. Oh, what do we got here? There's more just standard silicone skirts. Ventilated air trap skirts. That's another one, another type. Pretty cool colors. I mean, the combinations are endless. Craw skirts. These are skirts that have little craws made into them, which are kind of neat. I always put a trailer on, so they don't really... I figured I'd try them once, but I'm always putting a real trailer on anyway, so... kind of defeats the purpose. Oh, what do we got here? Standard silicone skirts, some pinks, some lighter colors. Heavy metal silicone skirts, pretty cool. Real bait skirts, wild colors. If you're looking for that that crazy color, for that real dirty water, or just show the fish something different. There's lots of options out there. Just some skirt I dropped in here. It feels like one of those star flash skirts. Must have fallen out of the box. Let's see. Fishingskirts.com. Outlaw Fishing. So just some random skirts here. Fire tip skirts, that brown with that arm. That's one of my favorites right there. That's just killer. That's a great one. Throw that most of the time, or a lot of the time. Between that, if I had that and that watermelon candy, I don't know if I'd need another jig color, really. Standard silicone skirts. I don't know if it says it on here or not. I think it's just a bunch of bags of different skirts. Lure Parts Online, you can see the different skirts there. Yeah, it's just a combo. Just a bunch of skirts. Speckled skirt material. True image skirts, pretty cool. Shockingly, oh, no skirts. This is just like, you know, tinsel and stuff. Sometimes I add that in just to give it a little flash. I don't do it a lot, but occasionally I'll throw it in there. I did a video on these B&L tack, or, you know, of course, now everything's all, as you can see, is all mixed up and falling apart. I should have put them in a bag. I'll just leave those in there. Let's see, LL Bean. Different skirts they make. Where I got them, it might have been Orvis, who knows, over the years. I just grab colors I think are cool. That Boss Outdoors, Boss skirts, they make nice skirts, pre-tie. I think these are Bass Pro purchased. Oh, Cabela's, obviously I got those there. Usually if you go into like the fly fishing section, you can find skirts. Grizzly flutter leg skirts. This looks like a Kittery trading post, and I believe it is, yeah. So, there's some of those. Flirt skirts in Venom and Beast Coast. They all have skirts too. Flirt skirt you can check out on Instagram. Venom, you guys know Venom Fishing. Beast Coast, great jig colors. If you want to get some skirts and add it to your favorite jig head, go ahead. These are old skirt kits. I think I got these from fishingskirts.com. I don't remember. Got these long ago. Hibdon's Classic Kit. Nature's Edge. Bioflex skirts. Yeah, I don't remember who was actually selling these back in the day, if they still do. I have to do a... but I believe it was from fishingskirts.com. But these are older. So if you got these little kits, were cool. Gave you a bunch of skirts. Gave you the rattles, the rattle skirts, some rattles, some of the skirt straps. Put them together. A tool. I have all the jig making tools over on the other table. Those are always neat. Put that there. And up top, as you can imagine, are jig heads. I don't want to run over all these skirts. It's like a... Let's see what we got here. Here's if you want to make chatterbaits. There's some heads for chatterbaits right there. Oh, what do we got here? Components to, it looks like, maybe to make spinnerbaits, different, just some rattles and snaps and things, and stuff for probably making spinnerbaits. Let's see, jigs. Those look like swim jig heads. So if I wanted to make some swim jig heads, now these are lead, so they're really not supposed to be using them around here. So that's just Lure Parts Online swim bait heads, some tinsel. What's that here? Looks like some replacement weed guards for jigs. If you ever have a weed guard that falls out, you can always crazy glue a new one in. Let's see. Looks like Lure Parts Online. These might be a little messy in here. Looks like half-ounce green pumpkin lead head jigs from Lure Parts Online. Here's a whole bunch of Lure Parts Online jigs, probably 3/8 and half ounces, different color heads. Looks like half ouncers maybe. It says half ounce on that one. I'll assume they're all half ounce. I tend to keep them together. Half ouncers. Oh, what do we got here? Split rings. That's all my split rings in here. I usually stock up on these in the winter time, and then, you know, if I have any split rings that are all rusted out on some crankbaits or whatever. Different rattles. I always like to find different color rattles too, not just black ones, not just clear ones, not just red ones. I like blues and oranges, chartreuses. I like to get different color rattles to put in my jigs, change it up. These look like 3/4 ounces, and they are. So here's some 3/4 ounce. Yep, 3/4 ounce jigs. Old Stamina bag, Stamina, which I guess became Lure Parts Online if I remember correctly. More rattles. Looks like some browns, some blacks, some clears. Some of those switchblades turn any bait pretty much into a chatterbait with these from Queen Tackle. Pretty cool. Spinnerbait blades, different kinds, different sizes. Making spinnerbaits, replacing spinnerbaits that, you know, they break. Looks like some different rattle collars. Yep, rattle collars here. I don't really like these ones, these longer ones. They tend to tear off more, like the smaller ones. Let's see what else we got. That bag being empty makes me think those random jigs are just from that. What do we got here? Brass beads. Spin clevises. So if you're going to make spinnerbaits, you need all these parts. So when I was trying to make some spinnerbaits back in the day, that never really seemed to run great. They ran okay, but I never got them to run the way I preferred them. Little tiny miniature, small, and different types of spinnerbait blades. Some of these I use to replace on underspins, or if you're making underspins, or just you want to replace what you got, there you go. Sonar bait stickers. So if you want to put these little reflective stickers on your blade, you can do it. There's lots of different sizes. These are for small, you know, smaller things, but you can add those to anything really. Looks like these look like 3/8 ounce. Yeah, 3/8 ounce jig heads. Lure Parts Online, different colors. Some with eyes, some without. Looks like just more. Putting your jig, I'm totally drawing a blank right here. Putting the skirts together. Skirt straps, duh. Totally had a brain lock there. Let's see. Here's some of the chatterbaits heads and spinnerbait heads. I was trying to make those big thumper nighttime spinnerbaits. I brought those and made them a few years ago. They were okay. They were fine. Some more of that tinsel. If you want to put some tinsel on add that to your jigs. These are just some different companies type jigs. Netcraft. Those are probably Bill Lowen ones. Jig heads. I can't really tell with a pack. Boss Outdoor ones. Just more reflective tape. Skirt collars. I remember the word if I just write it on there. Skirt collars, little tiny trailer things that are okay, I suppose. Some jigs back here. I can really clean this up. 3/8 ounce flipping jigs. 3/8 ounce flipping jigs. Probably 3/8 ounce flipping jig. Got pushed to the back here. 3/8, so some 3/8. Some white ones. Actually, these are 3/8. 3/8 white ones, which make really good swim jigs. Some browns. Oh, there's a couple things back here in the back. Black. A lot of 3/8. And another tinsel, the blue and the gold and the brown. So I think there's nothing else back there. So this short video that I thought was going to be was 25 minutes long. So if you guys like jigs, you probably will enjoy this video. As you can see, I have tons of skirts, tons of old jigs, components to make jigs. And, you know, if you're like me and you like doing it, I'm sure you probably have a good selection of different skirt colors, you know, to make your, you know, the jig of your choice for the lake of your choice when, you know, you've got that, you know, that color nailed down in a certain lake and you just want to make as many of them as you can if you're going to go fishing there. So that's it, guys. So this, I believe, is bait room setup number 21, believe it or not. And I still got to do all those over there. So I didn't think this was going to take so long, but I should have known better. But like I said, any questions on any of like these skirts and where I get them, you know, I'll put some links down below. You know, as far as the jigs go, a lot of those are, some of those are store made, and some of the ones I made, some of them you know, you can't get anymore because they're old like Wacky Worm styles or things like that. But as I said, if you like jigs, you probably loved all this stuff. And you can see the hundreds and hundreds of different options for skirts you can put together to show the fish something different instead of just throwing a black and blue, you know, on every lake that everybody else is throwing. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Any questions, let me know. I'll put as many links as I can find of stuff that might still be available. And you guys can, you know, research it on your own. If you got any questions, please put it in the comments. I always like the comments. It's great. And I try to respond to all of them, you know, as soon as I see them. So thanks again for watching. Like and share the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't to. And I'll see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.